Hi, everybody, and welcome to our virtual Coffee with the Consultants. My name's Stephanie Essex.
I'm getting Sandoval. Hi, everyone.
Hi, we're both social emotional consultants for the Starfish Academy at the Florida Center for Early Childhood. And today, I brought my swirly black and white mug because we wanted to talk about time ends today. So, things are black and white when it comes to disciplining your child. And a lot of people choose timeouts, and that works for a lot of people. But today we kind of wanted to bring something to the table and talk about time in rather than time out. So, really, a time in is being close to your child in a moment of dysregulation or when they're having bad behaviors. So instead of timeouts where they're sitting alone or against a wall or trying to regulate by themselves, time in is bringing your child to you or being with them in their space and making a connection with them. So it's helping them to feel calm through co-regulation with them, which, can be really, really beneficial in helping them to feel their emotions, understand their emotions, and be able to identify what's going on through that connection. So I know, Yang, you want to talk about some other benefits of time ins.
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of reasons, why time in really works. I found this on positiveparentingconnection.net. And I know we talked a little bit about this too, Stephanie, but I just kind of want to rephrase everything. But, children are likely to feel that their needs are being considered. There can be connections between parents and child before a correction is presented. Children are given time to properly process a range of feelings. Parents don't feel out of control and create a power struggle to keep child in their timeout. It gives parent and children an opportunity to talk about the real issues at hand. And lastly, children don't feel isolated, shamed, or scared. Because sometimes timeout can be actually really, really scary for kids. And being time in, you are together, you're with your child, and you are trying to work on the issue. So those are some really positive things that I found. But with my daughter, it's too soon to give her any kind of time ins and times out. But sometimes I do give her time ins when she's having her tantrum.
Yeah,
I'll sit there with her, and I've been having her. I'm like, look at me, and she'll look at me, and then she'll kind of just calm down a little bit instead of just kind of like letting her have her tantrum.
yeah,
So
that's great.
yeah.
Yeah, you're making a connection. I think that's amazing.
Hmm.
So kids need their safe adult to be with them and help them calm themselves because they're still so young. They're still learning how to self-regulate. They need that model, and they need, somebody to be with them to help provide them with the tools in order to regulate their system.
Yeah,
So
definitely at her age too. She's turning 9 months in a week, and she's already kind of learning how to to self-regulate, which is awesome. And so I'm trying
yeah,
to teach her young.
yeah. One thing I really recommend, you go through the process of being with the child and helping with regulation. And once they get to a point where they're feeling a little bit less dysregulated, I recommend bringing out calm down tools or like having a calm down kit available. And it can be small or it can be big. Whatever things work with your child. I brought a few things that I like to use with the kids. So my little pinwheel, that can be fun. Also, the bubbles. Kids really like bubbles. Um, this is a little heart squishy. Um, Also, these glitter bubbles are
I love
amazing.
those.
They're really easy to make,
Yeah.
helpful for calming. Also, maybe your child's favorite book or a stuffed animal that they can snuggle. These are all things that go into your calm down kit that you can use to help with further calming and help them feel regulated. And then that teaches them also like what tools they can use to help themselves. So I
Yeah.
know a specific example you wanted to use, Yang, and tell everyone.
Yeah. And parents, I just want to let you know that this does not have to be expensive either. It can be from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree or one of those dollar stores. It can just gather everything together, and you can everything that Stephanie has shown you can be found at the dollar store.
Yeah.
But yeah, so parents, you know me with my bubbles. I love bubbles. And this is just a great example. I was working with a teacher in the classroom, and one of the kids had a meltdown, complete meltdown. You cannot talk to him. You cannot do anything. He just sat there. He was screaming. Teacher was holding him, trying to give him hugs, and he did not want any of that. So I looked at the teacher and I was like, hey, let's try bubbles to see if it works or not, and grab the bubbles. And as soon as he saw that one bubble, he stopped crying. He was fine. He was communicating with us again, and he was just popping them,
Yeah,
and
that's so cool.
yeah, it was amazing. It was so good to see. And this is one of the kids that has a lot of um he has a lot of issues with self-regulating. And so every single time he had his meltdowns, we would just give him the bubbles, and it would just completely stop. And
Yeah.
it's amazing to see.
Yeah, that's really great. I love that. I love that because that, it helps him feel more calm, and then you're able to like talk more about like what happened, what your
Yep.
feelings, and I think that that's so amazing.
Yep, and that way too, he's able to do some deep breathing exercises because he asked if he can blow some bubbles, and I'm like, yeah, of course. And so he's able to kind of, breathe in and breathe out while he's blowing the bubbles, which is amazing. And yeah, it was amazing to see. And so I tell all parents, hey, when your kiddo is having a meltdown, tantrum, try the bubbles. It works.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we are all so grateful that you guys have been joining us for Coffee with the Consultants. Next week, we wanted to talk about nutrition and healthy snacks. So we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.
Bye.